Leslie's Roseberries this morning, and I thought both of them did very well.
Candied, especially just looking at the times in the fraction, was lively out there.
Yeah, I mean, it was her second work back after the Ashland, and that was her first race since the juvenile fillies. So we were looking for a good work, and seemed like she did it well. Galloped out strongly. So now we just need to see where we stand in terms of possibly getting in.
A later start in the year for her, do you feel like she'd be ready if she ends up making it in?
I think based off of her, her run in the Ashland and her 2 works since then, that she's ready to go if we get the opportunity.
Churchill's not afraid to tweak these point scenes. Do they need to maybe tweak the Oaks a bit, since there's only 14 and some really good horses are trying to get in? Candied, the runner-up in the Fairgrounds Oaks, or do you think it is what it is?
Yeah, I mean, look, everyone knows what the system is before you start. And, in her case, she needed a little bit of time off after the Breeders' Cup, and if you get a tick behind schedule and only have 1 prep, it can be difficult. So,
what do you like?
Go ahead.
Yeah, what do you like about the balance with the Oaks field this year? Just how it shapes up.
Yeah, I mean, it appears to be a deep field, a very wide open field. I don't think there's a clear-cut favorite at this stage.
Can you talk a little bit more about Leslie's Rose this morning?
I thought she breezed extremely well. She went by herself, started off nice and relaxed, picked it up kind of each furlong, put in a really good gallop out, and was full of energy. I told Irad, once he kind of put in a 7/8 gallop out, that was good enough to start to ease down, and so she was getting over the track really well. Showed good energy, and it seems like she's in good form.
A Derby question. We were asking your former assistant, Whit, a couple days ago about how when he worked for you, it was nothing to be around 4 Derby horses. He said your first year, in fact, you had 4 horses in the Derby. And so this year coming with 1, I mean, even though often you do have the numbers, let's talk about how tough it is to just get horses here. And
yeah, I mean, never take anything for granted. It's hard to get here. You got to have a lot of things go right. So, we were only able to do it with 1 this year, but hopefully the right one.
Along that line, do you have an enduring Derby memory? Just any particular moment stand out for you?
Well, I mean, I think, the 2 wins obviously stand out. I think, for me, the excitement that you see with your family, and that's especially rewarding when you are able to win.
It's the 150th Derby this year. Kind of even before you were a trainer, what are some memories you have of the Derby? Do you remember the first one you watched?
I can remember watching Affirmed in Aladar back in, what would that have been, 78? Seattle Slew 77. I think those are kind of my first real memories of watching it on TV.